이대로다 싶은 맘 괜히 내 맘 설레 아까 한 말 또 해도 재밌잖아 이 밤을 세웠던 게 너를 들려
Hi. Flover Rosie here. I know almost none of my subscribers are Flovers, which is why I eagerly hope you stick on watching this video. And if you're already a Flover, I hope you stay too, because you might discover something new here. For the longest time, I thought Fromis has one of the best discographies ever made in K-pop. And I couldn't just sit here and keep it all to myself. I wanted to share it with the world. I hope this reaches my target audience of aspiring Flovers or K-pop stans who just want new music to listen to. This video and script have been long in the making. So without wasting any more time, sit down, put your headphones on, and enjoy the video. The year was 2018, and this little lovely new girl group just debuted. Comprised of 9 girls who just won Mnet's 2017 survival show, Idol Store. Almost no one expected anything from these girls. Not a single thing. The show itself wasn't doing very well, and they debuted under a new company. They were almost completely irrelevant to anyone's eyes. Fast forward to the present day, and they are one of the more appreciated girl groups of this new generation. A group full of talented individuals who are passionate about their work. One of the most synchronized groups out there right now, and undoubtedly hold one of the finest, most perfect discographies ever in K-pop. And their name is Fromis 9. To fully understand where we're coming from, let's start at the very beginning of their career. Before debut, they released a very special single titled Glass Shoes. Not everyone saw it, but this song set forth what Fromis would eventually be as a group. Inspired by the story of Cinderella and her glass shoe, Fromis depicts the start of their career through this song. Accompanied by the light rock instrumentals and their fresh charm, Fromis leaves this glass shoe to listeners, hoping that in the near future they meet again. Because they've put all their sincere hearts and aspirations into this song, wishing that it may also touch the fans' hearts. Fromis then proceeds to talk about their fans, their loyal fans who they love and trust the most, so that they hopefully never forget about them and stick with them through their shining moments. The song ends with them finally realizing that they've fulfilled their wishes. They've touched the hearts of men and are ready to enter on this path of hope, love, and luck, together with their fans. Now that we've established where we're coming from, it is time to begin our story. The story of 9 girls on their way to stardom. With the help of the fans, together, they will be known by the world. Fromis 9, continuing with their princess concept, brings all their loving personalities back in the form of a debut album. The first song, The Way Into Me, is a 2-minute intro track, and it might as well be the most important track in the album. With lyrics that were thoughtfully written by the members, Fromis pours their heart and soul into this song, or rather, a poem, about this loved one that they've been longing to meet. They may have not met yet, but they are arms wide open, ready to welcome them into their lives.
언제부턴가 너무 기다려져요. 그대가 누군지 어디쯤인지 아무것도 모르지만 뭔지 모를 이끌림에 그대를 기다리고 있어요.
Hoping that they receive the same love back to them, Fromis are trying hard every day to touch their hearts as well.
그대와 만나는 날에 정말 그날이 온다면 그날은 세상에서 제일 예쁜 표정으로 예쁜 말을 할 거예요. 그대는 지금 어디쯤인가요?
The girls seem to be waiting for a particular person to come into their life. And this theme will be carried on throughout the whole album. On their first title track Too Hard, Fromis continues with the theme of waiting, but now in a faster rocking guitar riff, to an addictive melody, and a danceable yet bouncing drum sound. Meaning that Fromis is now calling for them to meet faster through this love letter of a song.
언젠가 꺼내줄 내 love letter 내 마음을 실어보낼게 새로운 세계가 열릴 듯 멀게만 느껴질 때 힘껏 달려갈 거야 heart to heart.
It's a nice debut track that not many people talk about. Even without the lyrics, I think it still holds up pretty well. Being their debut track, I think this is one of the best I've heard. It's cute and fun, like what most of their songs will turn out to be in the future. The next song Miracle was one of the final songs that have been performed by the finalists of Idol School. Fromis then took this song and remastered it to its full potential. A magical dance pop song about how love feels like a fantasy, a dream someone wouldn't want to wake up from.
혜성처럼 반짝하고 나타나 어지럽게 내 손끝에 입 맞추고 저들들 속에서 찾아온 miracle 달콤했던 내 꿈을 환상 속의 그대 baby.
Groups always have that one B-side that they should always be proud of, and for Fromis, this is theirs. Only 4 tracks in and the discography already sounds like a masterpiece. And it doesn't stop there. Here is another final song from Idol School. This is a completely opposite feeling from the first previous one. Same meaning, yet, now in a more fun, playful, and almost quirky way of saying they are confused by love. The song gives off some early Rookie Twice vibes that we don't really hear much nowadays. I'm glad this song exists, as it adds to a more joyful experience in the album. If you're looking for diversity in a group, Fromis will be no exception. The last song Be With You closes the album with a slower tempo beat, in contrast to the last 3 songs in the album. Fromis has remained the same theme throughout the album about meeting someone they've always loved. Now that they've met, Fromis opened up that they'll forever love each other, by saying that they'll always be with them forever and ever. The album is a simple story of a princess waiting for her Prince Charming. From start to finish, Fromis delivers in every aspect possible. It's nothing mind-blowing, yet, it's a very well-made album that I hope more people will listen to. For their next album, Fromis switches up the lovely princess theme, into a likable girl next door type of concept. Perfectly continuing this narrative of Fromis's relationship. Now that they're together, it was finally time to show their affection for each other, but now, with nothing holding them back. Close to You, another intro track written by the girls, shows how much closer they've gotten with one another.
바라만 봐도 좋은 너. 넌 나에게 그런 존재야. 지칠 틈도 없이, 외로울 틈도 없이, 쉴 새 없이 날 기쁘게 해.
Fromis have obviously been very happy with this person, to the point where it's almost too much. But whatever it is, as long as it's with them, they'll be happy with anything. Not even looking at the time, Fromis cherishes every single moment spent with this person.
행복한 걱정이 자꾸 새어나와. 나 마음이 간지러워서 잠도 잘 못 잤어.
There's one little thing I noticed too. The little piano melody that you can faintly hear at the back is carried over to the next song. Take a close listen.
너를 본 순간 시간은 멈추고 세상의 모든 빛은 너와 나만을 비출 거란 걸.
나는 너를 한눈에 알아볼 거고 너도 나를 따뜻한 서로 맞이해 줄 거라고.
점점 커져 밤이 풍선처럼 저 하늘 위에 떠 있는 것 같아. 나 언젠가
Think of this song as the continuation of the previous one. fromis is still thrilled over this relationship and isn't showing signs on stopping. Their hearts flutter just by the sight of seeing them. And when not together, they still can't stop thinking of them.
처음 느껴보는 설레는 맘 감추지 못한 채 행복기처럼 내게 달려가고 있는 나를 향해서 환하게 웃어주는 너의 눈동자 한번.
This is one of the more energetic fromis songs, but it fits very well to what emotions they are trying to convey. This is what love does to a person. Pure adrenaline just by thinking about them. And this next song is literally about that feeling. The title itself, Pitapat, or Dugan Dugan in Korean, is the sound of your heart throbbing from excitement. I don't got to explain anymore, just listen.
기필코 난 말야 나둘 하고 손 잡을 거야 생각한 순간 빠르게 뛰는 내 매번.
If you can't tell already, the girls are literally obsessed with this person.
롤러코스터 타듯 넌 달리 난리 나지 너를 보고 있으면 눈눈 나 기분 좋은 내 마음은 소리 없이 항상 지름.
The lyrics to this are borderline hilarious and corny, which is the entire point of the song. Just dumb fun. The song doesn't end with them saying I love you, but instead, they unexpectedly say I hate you. For liking them so much that even a second without you their days wouldn't be complete. dkdk is honestly one of the best K-pop songs I've ever listened to. This is the type of song most K-pop groups try so hard on mastering, and yet fromis did it on their first comeback. But the album doesn't end there, we're just halfway. Most fans would consider this as the second version of Miracle, or an even better version, or maybe even the best fromis 9 song ever made. Whatever your view is on this song, there is no denying that it came to deliver. A song about a girl transcending time for her love shouldn't bang this hard.
먼 미래에서 헤매인다면 나는 시간 속을 초월하고 싶어.
This alone would have convinced me to stand fromis. Oh wait, it actually did.
이미 실험할 길에 따라서 반짝이는 거울 속에 우리가 보여 꿈만 같은 이 다리 건너 작은 문을 열고 난 달려갈게.
I heard this once and decided right there and then that fromis holds one of the best discographies in K-pop ever, and I hope this video so far has been convincing you. Before the album ends, fromis gives us this one tearjerker of a song. From their first song to the last, fromis hasn't made it clear who this specific person is. But in this song, there is no doubt that since the very beginning, it had always been about their fans.
든든해진 것 바빠서도 그랬나 봐 무슨 일이 있어도 나를 믿어준 내게 너무 감사해 아홉 개의 꽃잎처럼 이제는 약속해 소중히 간직해 행운이 아닌 행복은 바랄게
A song about flowers, and a song about fromis. All in one song for both of them. It can't get more poetic than that. I never expected a small group to have such compelling meanings behind their songs. While Too Heart was about a crush, Today is all about confessions and first love. It shows in the last song in the album. Being in this relationship for a while now, fromis has realized that this isn't simply just a first love anymore. This is their own true love. Not love that you can't live without, but rather, love that you can be with forever.
지금 눈 감고 열을 새어봐요 떨리는 두 불 위로 달콤하게 스며들어본 허락해 my first love.
Sadly, that ends the two-part series full of love and confessions. We knew fromis couldn't keep doing the same concept of a girl crazily in love, so like most groups, they switched it up a bit. This EP is actually a special album, as member Gyuri finally came back to the group when she had unfortunately been eliminated on Mnet's 2018 survival show Produce 48. As she improved her skills on the program, Fromis had done the same too in the studio. This album proves that Fromis is capable of showing even more talent and diversity in their sound. Let's step aside from all the narratives and storytelling, and look into the technicalities and abilities within this very talented group. A total of 3 songs, all distinctly different from one another. Fromis 9. Proving once again that they are skilled in their work. Bubblegum pop might just be the most oversaturated genre in K-pop, and yet, Fromis over here does it like it's the freshest concept out there. Until this day, only a few songs in its genre have come close to this masterpiece of a song. This song has 3 of the most important things to make a great K-pop song: the melody, the vocals, and the instrumentals. The formula goes like this. You make a song, then you make incredibly talented people sing it, and the end result will be the greatest song ever made in K-pop. Oh yeah, not to mention this amazing rap verse from members chaeyoung and seoyeon.
Turn it up, I put it up, 당당하게 내게 더 난 다가가 with the wild wild 한번 멈춰봐 So what's game 난 족속에 welcome back 넌 놀라 나를 봐.
It's actually insane how Fromis has improved in just a few months into their career. Their last 2 albums were absolutely fantastic, but this song is just amazing. I don't think they've ever sung or rapped like that in their previous songs. They literally kept outdoing themselves. Oh my god, I'm literally crying, it's so good. Fromis doesn't stop there though. The following songs on the album are even more distinct. Dancing Queen is a light medium tempo song, almost jazzy sounding for most people. Members saerom, chaeyoung, jiheon, jisun, and gyuri all fit this song with their lower tone vocals. They utilize what they are capable of and the outcome was perfect.
날 많이 보다가도 마주치면 왜 또 눈을 피해 넌 왜 그리 못됐어 너무 못됐어 그대로 잠깐 멈춰있어 봤어.
It also has this little jazz break that eases you to the bridge. I don't know how to explain it, but the chorus literally sounds like the type of chorus a song titled Dancing Queen would have. Anyways, this might be one of Fromis 9's unique songs. I totally love the jazz elements they incorporated into it. While this song gives off a more gloomy feel to it, coloring is the complete opposite. This song is very low-key, very slow and very light. This is considered to be a fan favorite and you can understand why. The song starts off with this catchy hook that no one can really understand what they're saying, but it definitely will get stuck in your head for a while. Sang by members with higher voices, Nagyung, Seoyeon, Jiwon, and hayoung. While being low-key, the song still makes you feel like you're levitating. The chorus is literally the most addictive thing ever. Listen. Not to mention the song is literally impossible to sing. For a rookie group, I think Fromis did amazing in just 1 year. At this point, they've proven themselves a lot to the point they don't have to try anymore. But come on, did you really think they'd stop with this?
Come on girls, get on the floor. Fromis gets ready show.
After a few months after From 9, they give us yet another mixed playlist full of very different songs. Just when you thought Fromis was done experimenting, they hit us with this album, and specifically this song. While Love Bomb was a roller coaster ride, Fun was literally a trip to space and back. They went even crazier with the bubblegum sound, and it was borderline excessive in a very good way. This is pure sugar if it were a song.
Just wanna have some fun. 너니 사르르르 너니 주르르르 너니 핑그르르 내가 왜 이래 내가 왜 이래 가질 것만 높아 술은 불 꺼져 우리만의 우주 We just wanna have some fun.
With fun and quirky lyrics like
사사순간 날 위한 그런데 누가 볼 때 넘어져도 왜 그런데
they rhymed Ariana Grande with a Korean word y'all. Wow, insane. The only time the song takes a break is during the pre-chorus.
바라면 모두 다 이뤄지는 걸 Dream baby 동화 속 한 장면처럼
This doesn't really matter because you'll then get hit by another explosive chorus, specifically the last one. To be honest, this song doesn't stop at all, just a pure adrenaline rush, and I love it. This one is a more laid-back track. Disco-style rhythm and repetitive lyrics add a unique color to the song. Not that much interesting like their other ones. Nevertheless, still a very good listen that most people would enjoy. This one was sung by only 7 of the members. As their main vocals, Hayoung and Jiwon had joined together to create a beautiful track entirely composed and written by them. Just with guitars and simple drum beats, the two created a beautiful song about flying high to shine brighter as yourself.
Fly higher to sky 빛은 더 선명하게 날 비춰주길.
While reaching for the sky, they asked their younger selves to never forget who they were, wherever they end up.
As time goes by 시간이 지나가도 지금의 날 잊지 않게 As time goes by 영원히.
With this being their first self-composed song, I say they did very well. This has opened up to even more possibilities in them becoming self-producing idols. These last 2 extended plays has proved their talents even further. And for the next few releases, we'll see their improvements become even more definite. After more than a year of hiatus, Fromis had finally made their 2020 comeback with My Little Society. Fromis was done experimenting and had gone back to making albums with unity and cohesion. The past 2 albums weren't for nothing. This album shows that Fromis has grown in both ability and sound. The title track Feel Good is a simple and almost generic dance pop song. It was probably a shocker to most fans that Fromis had finally dropped their cute light-hearted sound. But that didn't stop them from doing it very well. The change didn't feel sudden and they made it look natural. While the 2 series was about love and confessions, this album tackles the feeling of the joy being in our free space and finding one's true self. The song starts off with this addicting melody and beats that will get anyone dancing.
Hello, coming to my place. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hear me sit on 나의 space. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Before you get to the appealing chorus, the song slows down a bit.
여기선 자유로워 우리 모두 다 말야.
This song serves no other purpose than making you feel good, and I think it perfectly did.
어지러지래 feel good 아찔아찔해 feel good 지금 내 기분은 rainbow in the sky 기분이 밟고 올라가.
But just like the weather, we all have our bad days. Not every day do we feel good, and that is only natural of us to be so. People always get the wrong impression of you during those kinds of days. For it is hard to expect it and also very hard to understand.
이젠 알지만 때론 어렵지 예측하기 힘들어
The chorus says while they may look down, they are still who they are. I am not anyone else. I am still me.
Right now 감출 수 없어 눈부셔 새로운 날이 보일 때 기분 어때 눈을 못 떼지 날 미워 못해 I know you're mine 또 생각날 거야
This might honestly be one of their saddest songs to date. Someone being misunderstood simply because they are in a bad mood. Even when they are desperately showing that they are just not feeling it that day and they don't even know themselves yet.
I'm like the weather Please notice
I've always been impressed by how some of these sentimental K-pop songs are so well disguised as typical pop songs. The lyrics always have a double meaning to them and you never anticipate it to be. Fromis is no exception. Comforting poems disguised as generic love songs. Again, continuing with the whole finding/loving yourself theme, Fromis talks to themselves in this song. A conversation if you will. Searching for a guide, in this little game called life.
언제부터였는지 텅 빈 맘 너는 알까 혼자 남겨진 이 기분 기다리면 와줄까 했던 내 소원을 태워 달려가는 날만 알까
They then reply that everything will be alright, as long as you follow your heart.
잠깐만 날 바라봐줘 널 따라가고 있어 난 온 힘을 다해 비출게
Intertwined with their own distrust, Fromis is unsure if they trust themselves in this journey.
금방 괜찮아질 거라는 난 말로 내겐 위로가 되지 않는 것 같아 파랗게 타올라 꺼져가는 all night
But even with a little bit of self-doubt, Fromis has finally come full circle and started following what their hearts desire.
내가 먼저 다가갈게 이제 내가 널 비출게 아무 말 없이 안아줘
They have finally embraced and found their true selves. As we all know, there are two types of love. Love that you give to yourself, and love that you give to someone else. Stepping back from the whole self-love concept, Fromis comes back to sharing their lovely presence with others. Fromis is now in love once again.
이렇게 글을 쓰고 있는 지금도 내 심장이 또 짚여 내가 한 말 다 잊지 마 나 부끄러운가 봐 Hello 이제야 용기를 인사해 날 보고 침대기라 놀리던 나 나도 소심한 걸
Nothing much to look into this song, as it is simply a cute romantic song about the delight of loving someone. Now full of happiness and love, Fromis then relate themselves to a fish. Yes, a fish. A fish in the ocean is basically the very definition of freedom. Freely swimming wherever you want whenever you want.
낯선 설렘에 걱정은 툭 상상파도에 고민 따윈 툭
No worries, no problems. Just you in your own little society. In your little yet expansive world, you can do whatever you want.
Close your eyes 상상 속을 헤엄쳐 답답함 따윈 넌 날 막지 못해 baby
Instead of being trapped in a cage drowning in your own thoughts, you are free to do anything you've set your heart on.
네모난 언 속에 yeah yeah 나만의 바다를 그려
In this life you have, you draw your own path, you color your own mind, and you picture the greater things that you have yet to imagine. It's nice to see Fromis getting more personal with their music. Music that we can actually relate to. My Little Society is probably one of their best albums to date and will probably be for a while. A few months later, Fromis's new EP 9-Way Ticket picks up right after where My Little Society left off. Exploring the theme of journey and freedom, clear of worries and troubles. Airplane mode inspires fans, displaying the moment of excitement before going on a trip.
Let's go 원한 대로 끌린 대로 어디든 가 듣고 싶잖아 소리도 없이 멈춰버린 벽 넘어 세상 얘긴 잠시 거두든 모두 잊기.
The chorus doesn't drop instantly. It tones down a bit and slowly picks up pace, perfectly making you feel the excitement of boarding an airplane.
그대로 airplane mode 잠깐 기다리면 돼 Don't care, take off 두근거림 it's okay.
Almost every element incorporated in this song makes sense. You don't even have to know the lyrics to understand what this song is trying to say.
지금 내 방에는 airplane 너와 나만은 꿈을 꿀 거야.
I also want to talk about this amazing bridge, because this bridge perfectly encapsulates the dreamlike and out of this world feeling of being high above the clouds.
언제든 play again 더는 외롭지 않게 넓은 세상에 펼쳐내 이대로 over and over yeah.
I would gladly play the whole song right now, but I'd rather let you experience it on your own. Anyways, this whole album is basically one full song. Where airplane mode is the excitement before the trip, we go is the living in the moment part of a trip. For being stuck in a pandemic, I think most of us miss the feeling of being in a new place.
종일 뒹구는 주말같이 끝을 모르는 파도 타기 할게 우린 너무 많아 Oh my mind 다른 발걸음을 맞춰 우리 둘 사이를 채워 다시 또 turn around 내게 설레.
Carrying over Feel Good, Fromis comes back with yet another banger of a chorus.
Meet me now 넌 어디까지 가길 원해 잠깐만 둘이 조금 더 멀리 Follow me now 난 너와 함께 가볼래 We go, we go, we go, we go
It doesn't need more explanation. I think you get the point now. Promise then becomes the post-trip depression song. Promise once again vaguely dedicates this song to fans, saying that every day they miss them. They miss their first and true love.
매일 day by day 그립고 그리워 모든 게 꿈만 같은데
Promise, while remembering the good times, promises fans that they'll meet again one of these days.
두 눈 감을 때마다 그날의 설렘 가득 던져봐 햇살 아래 빛났던 풍경들 너무 행복했던 그곳에 함께할 우리 promise.
Now under a mega K-pop corporation, Fromis will continue to improve and impress fans and the public alike. Talk and Talk isn't that deep or mind-blowingly new, but it does mark the beginning of Fromis's new journey. As of the moment of writing this script, Fromis is set to come back on the 17th of January with their fourth mini-album Midnight Guest. I don't know what hybe is about to do with these girls, but anything other than disbandment would do. All jokes aside, I think hybe is the best company to be under to improve and expand one's artistry. The girls are looking better than ever and I can't wait to see what's in store. Anyways, this is where we halt the journey. I hope the video somehow helped you in getting to know Fromis. If you think you've been convinced into becoming a flover, I'll be the first to greet you. We flovers welcome you with open arms. I know most introductory types of videos are getting to know the members' names and whatnot, so I tried something different here, and hopefully I did well. If this somehow does well, who knows, I might do it for other groups too. Or maybe do another one for Fromis when they're even bigger. But that will be it for now. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you and goodbye.